You've probably heard this 1,000 times before. Renting is throwing money away. It's one of the most repeated lines in Canada. Parents say it, friends say it, even strangers online will say it like it's a fact. But here's the truth. Renting isn't always wasting money. In fact, sometimes it's the smarter financial move. And today, I'm going to show you the real math with two people, same salary, same lifestyle, one rents, one buys. By the end of this video, you'll see exactly who actually comes out ahead. Thank you for stopping by today. I'm Awa, a financial advisor in Canada, and I help people like you build a stronger relationship with money by making personal finance simple. If you're serious about improving your finances, hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. Let's get started. We've been raised to believe that buying a home means you've made it. It's a symbol of success, security, and financial maturity. But that dream was built during a time when houses cost 3 times your income. Today, it's closer to 10 times. So for many Canadians, buying a home isn't a financial achievement anymore. It's a financial burden, especially when you realize how much it really costs to own. So let's meet two people, Sarah and Mark. They both make $80,000 a year before taxes. That's roughly $5,000 a month after tax, give or take, depending on the province. Sarah decides to buy a condo for $400,000. Mark decides to rent a similar condo in the same city for $2,600 a month, utilities included. Now, let's break down how their money really plays out each month. For Sarah, the homeowner, she puts 10% down, which is $40,000. This is savings she's been building for years. That leaves her with a $360,000 mortgage. At today's average rate of around 5.5% for 25 years, her mortgage payment is about $2,200 per month. But owning a home isn't just the mortgage. Here's what else Sarah pays every month. Property taxes, $300 per month. Condo fees, $350 per month. Home insurance, $100 per month. Repairs and maintenance fund, about $250 per month for small fixes, appliances, or saving for future big repairs. So Sarah's real monthly costs looks something like this: $2,200 plus $300 plus $350 plus $100 plus $250, which equals $3,200 per month. That's already $600 more than Mark's rent. And remember, Sarah also had to come up with that $40,000 down payment just to buy the condo. That's money that could have been earning her returns elsewhere. Now let's look at Mark. He rents a similar condo at $2,600 per month, and that includes heat, water, and electricity. He doesn't have to worry about property tax, maintenance, or repairs. That means every month, Mark still has about $600 left compared to Sarah, money he can invest or save. If Mark puts that extra $600 per month into a simple index fund, earning an average of 6% per year, here's what happens. After 1 year, he saved $7,200 and earned about $200 in growth. After 5 years, he's sitting on over $41,000 in savings and investment growth. Meanwhile, Sarah's equity is building slowly because in the first few years of a mortgage, most of what you pay goes to interest, not the principal. So even though Sarah owns, Mark's net worth might actually be growing faster without the stress of surprise expenses or a giant loan. Now, some people will say, Yeah, but Sarah is building equity. She's paying off her home instead of someone else's mortgage. That's true, but only partly. In the first few years of a mortgage, most of Sarah's monthly payments go straight to interest, not to paying down the actual loan. So after 5 years, she's paid roughly $130,000 in mortgage payments, but only around $35,000 to $40,000 of that has gone toward the principal. That part is the part she actually owns. Meanwhile, Mark has invested his extra money month after month. If his investments grew at a steady 6% per year, he could easily have over $41,000 saved by now. Almost the same amount of equity Sarah has without the stress of owning a property. And remember, if Sarah's condo value doesn't rise much, or if the market dips, that equity could vanish overnight. But Mark's investments are liquid. He can cash out anytime, no waiting, and no real estate fees. Home ownership also comes with surprise expenses that renters rarely think about. If Sarah's furnace breaks, that's a $3,000 repair. If her roof leaks, that could easily be $5,000 or more. If her property tax rises, and it usually does, that's extra money every single year. And when you add it all up, Sarah could easily spend an extra $3,000 to $5,000 per year on random home costs that have nothing to do with her mortgage. Mark, on the other hand, if the roof leaks, he just calls the landlord. He pays his rent and that's it. He knows exactly how much money leaves his account each month. No surprises, no repair bills, no stress. There's also something people forget about: freedom. If Sarah decides she wants to move to another city for a new job or a better opportunity, it's not easy. She'd have to sell her condo, pay realtor fees, around 5% of the sale price. That's $20,000 on a $400,000 condo, and wait months for everything to close. Or she could also rent it out with other renters' issues. Mark, on the other hand, he just needs to give 2 months' notice, pack his bag, and go. That flexibility is worth a lot, especially in a world where job markets and costs of living can change so fast. Renting gives you mobility and control, while home ownership locks you in. So after 5 years, here's how things really look. Sarah, the homeowner, now owns a condo that's maybe worth $430,000 if prices go up a bit. She's built about $40,000 to $45,000 in equity, meaning that's how much of the condo she actually owns after 5 years of payments. But she's also spent roughly $190,000 in total between her mortgage payments, property taxes, condo fees, and maintenance costs. Most of that money went to interest and upkeep, not into her pocket. Mark, the renter, doesn't own property, but he's been investing the $600 a month he saved from renting instead of buying. After 5 years, that adds up to about $36,000 in contributions plus about $5,000 in growth. So roughly $41,000 saved. And remember, he never had to stress about repairs, taxes, or rising interest rates. When you compare them, it's clear. Both have roughly the same amount of wealth built, around $40,000 to $45,000. But Sarah had to commit to $190,000 and a mountain of stress to get there, while Mark did it with half the effort, less risk, and full control over his cash. So when people say renting is throwing money away, they're forgetting that homeowners throw away a lot too, just in the form of interest, taxes, and fees. So, is renting really wasting money? Not when the numbers look like this. At the end of the day, owning a home isn't automatically winning, and renting is an automatic losing. It all comes down to what gives you more control, peace of mind, and flexibility. Because let's be real, what's the point of owning a home if you're stressed about every bill, every repair, and every interest rate change? The truth is, there's no shame in renting. You're not throwing money away. You're paying for comfort, convenience, and freedom. And sometimes that's worth a lot more than a set of house keys. So before you rush to buy just because everyone else says you should, stop and run the numbers for yourself. You might just realize that the smartest move isn't owning the roof, it's owning your peace. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who's thinking about buying a home in Canada. Because sometimes what we don't know about money costs us the most. Thank you for watching. Until next time.